Chef Don McMillan, and we're going to start smoothing with our smoothies right now. Today we're going to create 4 of my delicious smoothie recipes. We're going to incorporate such wonderful ingredients. You know you've got to subscribe because we've got so much to share. Also, we love your comments. Your comments are going to tell us how we're doing. Let me know if you want to share some culinary knowledge. We'd love to drop some knowledge. It would be great. Please like us. And also, when you do so, I'd like to thank you for that, and by all means to share. So I'm Chef Don McMillan, and we're going to start smoothing with our smoothies right now. Well, the first one we're going to do is my pineapple strawberry smoothie. We've got so many great ingredients. Please stick around because I got so many tips to share with each and every one of our 4 smoothies. So let's get the first one started. Tip number 1 is always start with the liquid. So we have our blender, and we're going to go add our milk. So let's go ahead and pour the liquid in first. And the next ingredient I'm going to add is my yogurt. You may use Greek yogurt or plain yogurt. Either one would go well with this recipe. Get it in there. Yep. All right. And then I'm going to add a little sweetener. I've got some great honey. Let's put that in there. I like using honey whenever possible. I think it makes such a wonderful flavor in our cooking. Vanilla. Put a little bit of vanilla in there, and that's going to kick up the flavor even more. You could choose other flavors, but I prefer vanilla. Try it and let's see what you think. Now, frozen fruit. That's another tip I want to share with you. Instead of adding ice to your smoothie, and that would dilute it, what you want to do is add frozen fruit. It's easy to store. Sometimes if you've got extra fruit left over, I do this at home. We buy a big package of strawberries, and instead of them going bad in the refrigerator, I just cap them, put them in a Ziploc bag, put a little date on it, of course, and then freeze it. And now I've got smoothies, and let's get those strawberries in there. Okay, here's our frozen strawberries. And I have frozen pineapple, same thing. You buy that whole pineapple on sale, you eat half of it, you say, what am I going to do with the rest of it? Cut it up into pieces like this, put them in a Ziploc bag, boom, you've got wonderful ingredients for a smoothie. And let me tell you, smoothies are good any time of the day, not just for breakfast, but even as a midday pick-me-up snack, and even as a bedtime beverage. I think it's really great. So let's put the lid on. Now remember, there's an air hole on all of your food processors, all of your blenders, and that's because while it's blending up inside, you've got to be able to circulate the air. If you don't put a little towel over the top, you may start wearing your smoothie instead of drinking your smoothie. Keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and get this blended. I like to do a little grind first, a little up and down, and then I let it go full blast. All right, here we go. And I believe it's smoothie time. Sure is. All right, I got to put this in a glass to check this out. All right, my next smoothie is peach smoothie. This is going to be so delicious. It's going to be, I think, a breakfast treat from now on. I'm going to use frozen peaches. Remember, always use frozen fruit. If you've got some fresh fruit, it's so easy. You just cut it up, put it in a Ziploc bag, and freeze it. good to use. Today's recipe, I'm going to use oat milk. You can use any type of soy milk, regular milk, 2% milk, you decide. We've got yogurt. I'm using plain yogurt. This time I'm going to sweeten it with some brown sugar, and I'm going to kick it up a notch with a little bit of cinnamon. Not too much, just enough to let you know it's there and so flavorful. Let's get this nutritious breakfast started. Always start with the liquid first. So we're going to go put in the yogurt. In goes the yogurt. The next ingredient is going to be liquid, and that is our milk. Let's pour that in there. Brown sugar. Let's get every little tasty bit in there. A little bit of cinnamon. And of course, our peaches. So let's move some of this out of our way. We're going to place our lid on top, and always remember to put a towel over the top so that you don't have to wear it after it gets done. So with our blender, I'm going to do a little, first tap it a couple of times, and then we're going to let it roll. Okay, it's ready. Just need a glass. My next smoothie is the mango and strawberry smoothie. Now, mangoes are my most favorite fruit in the world. I love mangoes. I've eaten all types of mangoes. You won't believe how many there are. If you've got any extra, in my house they're finished immediately. But go ahead, cut them up, freeze them. They freeze beautifully. Just put them in one of those Ziploc bags, put it in the freezer. We're also going to use, look at this, almond milk. Another hint I'm going to do, I have some agave syrup. It really gives it a beautiful flavor, and a nice finish is some fresh grated nutmeg. Now just a tiny bit's all you really need. Let's go ahead and get this smoothie started. First of all, always switch your liquid ingredients. So I've got my yogurt. Let's put that in there. And the next one is going to be my almond milk. Just carefully use this right here. Then our agave syrup. And by the way, in the directions below, you will have the recipes, so please check those out. And also, if you have any comments, please comment and let me know what you feel about smoothies. Little bit of nutmeg, you don't need a whole lot. Just a hint, and that will really, really kick this up. Okay, let's put in our fruit, our mangoes, and our strawberries. This is going to be so good. Remember, always use frozen fruit because it'll make a nice thick smoothie without having to add ice to it to water it down. Okay, here we go. A couple of buzzes here. All right. This is going to be a really good treat. My final smoothie is, look at this, bananas and mandarin orange. Yes, mandarin orange. We peeled them, put them in a plastic bag, and froze them. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. And I've got another tip to share with you in just a minute, okay? Please subscribe and also let us know what you think about it. So, as always, we're going to go with the wet ingredients first. So let's put in our yogurt. I'm using plain yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt, it's wonderful. And I'm using pineapple juice. Whoa, look at that. A little bit of vanilla. Well, that is so good. And fresh fruit. Bananas. Get them in there. Frozen bananas. And frozen mandarin oranges. Get them all in there. Okay, now, here's the tip I told you about. Zester. I have a mandarin orange. I'm going to go ahead and just zest my mandarin orange just like this. Why? Because the flavor is in the skin. Would you believe it? And of course, we peeled every one of these mandarin oranges except for this one because I wanted to add a final kick of flavor. Anytime you're using citrus fruits, limes, lemons, grapefruits, any of those things, put a little zest in your life. Here it is. Ta-da! Now, we'll put the top on. And we're going to just hit the pulse button a couple of times just to get these started. Okay.